I called off my engagement after my fiancée suggested an open relationship while I was about to spend 4 months in another country for work. She's now crying, begging to meet me for closure. I'm 28 and my fiancée is 27. Recently, I decided to call off our engagement. I've already informed my parents and asked them to tell hers too. Of course, I didn't go into details. I just told them I no longer wanted to proceed. Fortunately, neither side has pressed the issue until now, but I expected some questions later. I also blocked her on all social media, but a few days ago her best friend reached out and said my ex has been extremely upset since the breakup and wants to speak with me at least once. The reason we break up was that we'll be living in different countries for at least 4 months, maybe 6 months, due to a work project I'm doing. She suggested that it might make sense to have an open relationship during this period, strictly casual, hookups only, and then go back to being monogamous once we're together again. I asked if she really wanted that arrangement, and she said yes, but only if I was okay with it. If not, she wouldn't do it. I thanked her for being honest and explained that our relationship was no longer viable. The very idea of an open relationship was a deal breaker for me. And more than that, how could I go to another country for 4 months and actually believe she wouldn't sleep with other guys when now I know she's both capable and willing to do it? I want a partner who would be furious at even the idea of me being with someone else, not someone who doesn't give AF because it just means she gets to have her own fun too. My friends have mostly been supportive of my decision, though a few suggested I might have acted too quickly. To me, this was a fundamental incompatibility. Yes, we loved each other a lot, but compatibility is non-negotiable for a long-lasting relationship. It's been 2 weeks now. Her best friend has repeatedly asked me to meet with her at least once. Her parents even call mine to say she's barely leaving her room and seems really sad. Surprisingly, I feel okay after the breakup, calm, clear-headed, and confident in my decision. Now I'm stuck wondering, do I meet her once to give closure like her friend asked, or do I just let it be and move forward? I know if we meet again, she's going to try everything to get us back together. Best comments. Honestly, her suggesting an open relationship is a massive red flag. Even if she was being honest, it just shows you both want completely different things in a relationship. You don't owe her a second chance just because she's upset, not even for the sake of closure. If you do meet her, make sure it's in a public place. Don't go to her place and don't invite her to yours. Hear her out, but if things get too emotional, just leave. This whole closure thing only benefits her, not you. You've already broken up, and there's nothing she can say that will actually make you feel better. On the contrary, there's a lot she could say that would just make you feel worse than you already do. So it's better to just ignore her. Update number 1, for days later. So, after my main post, I was under a lot of pressure from both my parents and some of my friends to at least meet her once. They all said it would give closure and maybe help her move on and let me alone. I finally agreed, though I was skeptical about how productive it would be. We met at a small cafe in the city. Nothing fancy, just somewhere neutral. The moment she saw me, she started crying. She kept apologizing, saying she never wanted to hurt me, and begging me to reconsider. She tried almost everything. Emotional appeals, reminding me of the love we shared, even telling me she only asked the open relationship because she was scared of being alone for all those months. I listened calmly, but firmly. I didn't have much to say, but one question had been stuck in my head since the breakup. So, I asked her directly, where did this idea of an open relationship even come from? She hesitated, looked down, and then, almost ashamed, admitted it hadn't been entirely her idea. It had come from a friend. I asked which friend. She hesitated again, and then named a guy I instantly recognized, someone she's been close friends for 7 years. She said it was his idea and that she had talked to him because she was afraid of being alone for the upcoming months. When I pressed why she had involved him in something so personal, she said it was nothing, just something that they started to talk and try to downplay it. I had to ask the question directly. So, did you and him ever have sex? She said no, but then I asked the next obvious thing. And if I had said yes, would he have been a guy you'd actually ask to F? She didn't answer. She was totally silent. That was all I needed. At that point, I knew it was over for good. I told her so, paid the bill, and left. She's blocked on everything, phone and social media. And after I explained the situation to my parents and friends, they finally stopped pressuring me. It was hard. It was really hard. Seeing her crying and begging brought back all the memories of what we had. But to know that she'd been listening to this guy and then came to me with that ridiculous proposal, expecting I'd be fine with her sleeping with him or others, and then when I returned from my trip, everything would just go back to normal, was insane. In that moment, I knew for certain I made the right choice. I realized I could never trust her again, and I've made peace with that. Best comments. Walking away in that moment was the best thing you could do. She begged, cried, and tried every angle, but trust was already broken, and she already had someone to replace you. The question now is if he is already warming you place right now, but I understand that for you it doesn't matter now, but I think it's better to get an STD test just for peace of mind. You are right. I completely agree. At that point, trust was gone, and nothing she said or did could fix that. As for her friend, I honestly don't know, and I'm not going to speculate. She said when I meet him for the first time that they never dated and never had sex, that they were only good friends, but doesn't matter to me anymore. But you're right about the peace of mind thing. I'm planning to schedule an STD test just to make sure everything's clear and to put my mind at ease.